Hello YouTube, it's Ducon Red 1 and welcome back to another plot reviewing video. So this is actually a continuation from our last reviewing video. This is again for Vaun Craft. As you can see there, Vaun Til. Same one as that plot over there. And he has vastly improved. So for those of you that were a little iffy about how I reviewed the plot beforehand, which he did not continue, but we're going to look through this and I'm going to show you this, and I am very impressed by the progress he's made in his building abilities. So let's go ahead and get started. So again, what we're going to be doing is placing down signs and such, and we're going to be reviewing this plot and finding little things that he could possibly do to improve on. He has been reviewed on before, and he has been getting better and better. So let's go ahead and get started. My first impression that I get when I am going through this plot is this roof here. This roof is really, really big. And it seems to not match correctly to the rest. Now, I know it's cut off here, and the building would probably go down on the other side as well. Maybe there would be logs over there, log storage or something of that sort. But I feel like there could be a better way of doing this roof. Now, I'm not quite sure what could be done to fix this, or not fix it, but to make it look better. I don't know. So what I'm going to just do is suggest that he might be able to change this roof up a little bit. So I'm going to suggest maybe find ways to break up this roof. This roof seems really flat. So like, even if he added in little things like this, if he added in maybe little gables like this or something, you know, it doesn't really make sense because it's not a house or anything. But if he just added in something like that or something, I don't know what could be done. But I feel like that's a lot of flat area that could be worked with in order to make it look better. So now we're going to go under here and we're going to look at the system that he did to make this work. And it's a steam-powered system that he made work. Now the thing is, the river is over here, or the creek is over here, and he has a water wheel. It would have made sense if he had put the water wheel over on this side. I'm actually pretty curious as to what this water wheel powers. I don't think that the water wheel has any... I mean, you have a windmill already, and you have a water wheel for the same purpose. That doesn't make too much sense to me. If you're going to have a water wheel, then have a water wheel. If you're going to have a windmill, then have a windmill. You only need one source of kinetic energy in order to produce the momentum necessary to drive or, you know, work a grindstone, which would grind the wheat or such things like that up. Now, it just doesn't make sense. Why is there a wheel here? I would like to see detail under here too, but this wheel just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I mean, for aesthetics, it's okay, but why have a water wheel when the windmill accomplishes the same purpose? Or vice versa, why have a windmill if the water wheel causes the grindstone to turn or operates the grindstone? Who knows? Anyways, we're going to move on from that. So now we are down here, and there's a little fishing sort of outlets or fishing store place where the fishermen would go and sell their goods and take their goods and all that good stuff. I like the interior. It looks very nice. I like it. It looks very well. He's definitely drastically improved from his interiors and his exteriors from his last plot. I definitely enjoy that a good bit. And did he do the interior up here as well? He did. Very nice. So I guess something that doesn't really, yeah, this down here, it's kind of a tertiary kind of thing. It doesn't really matter, but I'm not quite sure how I want to poke that into there. But maybe try making this dirt down here, maybe putting some detail down there. It's just little things like that. Try chain or detailing under this porch, and maybe just use dirt. I think that is a good thing to go by, because the reason why, it's shaded, their grass just wouldn't grow down there, and that's just kind of a tertiary kind of thing. But it's just like little details. Like now it's kind of hard to find things to pick on because he's improved so much. Try just having dirt and gravel under the porches. Yeah, that's a big thing, or not a big thing, but it's a small thing. But yeah, like I said, he's improved a lot since his last one, and that's what I really want to touch on is the rate of improvement that a builder goes through after building on the Raven server for I don't know, even like maybe a month. The vast improvements that they make is just incredible. They learn how to place detail. They learn how to properly, make things work. Structural integrity, support beams, that's such thing. Details, just little cranes, the windmill, just like the chimneys, little details out in the farms, etc. Just things like that. There's so much to learn and so much to see. And that's kind of how Raven operates is, details. That's what we want to see. And we don't want to see the really super cluttered details. I mean, I guess that's a style in itself, but I feel like, this plot is very well, very properly detailed. I'm just going to say that this wall looks a little odd. Try working on this bank wall. The top looks a bit awkward. Now, the reason why I say a little bit awkward is looks a bit awkward. The reason why I say it looks a bit awkward is because of the stone. I feel like he should just use blocks or like a mixture of slabs and stairs, of cobble slabs and stairs. I feel like that would do just fine. I don't think he needs to use these cobble walls because it does look a little bit awkward like that. And then this is his scarecrow design. Not bad. Looks pretty good. Other than that, let's keep looking through. Keep trying to find things to work on or that he could work on. Let's go ahead and pick on this area. Every grass block should have something on it, whether it be tall grass, flowers, etc. That really adds in detail. Like, just imagine what this would look like if this was all tall grass back here. It would really make it stand out and really make it work a whole lot better just by adding a little bit of detail like that. And like that shouldn't be grass under there. That should be dirt. Little things like that. But yeah, that's what it's come to. Like, just look at this. All of this was big things, like things that he could really work on. Now we're hardly finding anything over here because there's just so little things to pick on because he has really improved. He has found ways to really, like, I love this interior, it's really nice. He has found ways to produce a plot to the Raven standards and really, make it proper. And, put the details. I've already gone over that. It's just, it just wows me. It puts me in awe how much people can improve. I guess that doesn't really matter back there. Let's see what's in this building here. This is like a stair tower. I want to know what the purpose to this tower is. I feel like this tower could have more of a purpose. I mean, I know you have this little bit of thing up here, this little thing up here, but I mean, I guess it's a watchtower of sorts, but even then, I don't know. Maybe it's part of a castle. I can just see that this is maybe just like a tower or part of a castle, and it's like there might be a big castle behind it, and this is just like a tower that comes out, and a little wall that connects it to the castle and such. I can see that working, and that would be a pretty cool thing to do. So we keep going around here. I would like to see detail even on the outside on this sections, but we're just looking from the inside. But I would like to see more detail back in this section, so I'm going to go ahead and suggest that. Try adding more details in this section. It's very general. It opens his, creative juices, and he can come up with maybe something crazy to put back there, or, maybe not just grass. Maybe you can put a farm back there. I don't know. There's so many ideas, so many different possibilities. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and go underground into his mine, and it looks really nice. I'm not a fan of the iron supports. It's not very realistic to me, but I'm not going to pick on that because it works, it's just a style. There is no system to opening this, however. I don't see any cranking system to open this. You know what? I'm just going to help him out here, and I'm just going to go ahead and do this. It doesn't do much, but yeah, it's just a thing that they could put the bar in and just, torque it, and that's how they would bring up this lift to bring up all the goods. So that's just a little Dukan help from the Dukan. Anyways, let's keep moving on and seeing what else there is to see. So we got a iron mine, I think, because we got a lot of iron in here, and we got some coal. I think that this is the smelter in order to smelt the raw coal or the raw iron into the end product, which would be, the iron that you could actually shape into swords and different iron and metal things. So what is down here? It looks like this is scaffolding in order to build up their mine down here. So other than that, I think that's pretty good. Honestly, this is a good mine. I like it. He did good on that. And yeah, I guess one of the biggest things, I really like this windmill. It's a good windmill. It's in a bad spot. I don't like that it's in the middle of the town. Doesn't really make sense in that regard. But I like the design of the windmill. It looks nice. But the water wheel here makes no sense. But I know he wanted to add a water wheel in because it adds more features to his build. But always try to keep that realism as a key factor when you're building, because we want to make sure that things actually work out pretty well as far as details and main features are concerned. I like the system up here. Pretty cool. I don't even know what I just said there. But anyways, shall we move on? I'm just going through the plot, having a hard time finding things because it's at that point. Like, I guess one thing I could pick on is the transition between stone and wood is a little too much. The transition between the stone base and wooden tower is very abrupt. Try finding ways to mix the two together. Now, it doesn't really need to be anything big or anything, but I just would like to see somehow that it's just not like stone and then wood. Like, what if he just like did maybe one block down of wood and then like creeped like one block of stone up or something? Just something like that, because it feels like that the base is a bit too abrupt as it is. Like, it was just like, and it doesn't really make sense because it's, open on the inside. Like, I feel like if it was like this, as abrupt as it is, it would have been completely solid down here. Because having it like this, open, there would be some kind of scaffolding or some kind of bit of wood creeping down into it. So that's just my idea. I just feel like there could be more work done on that. Let's go ahead and go inside this house, even though I know this is not the entrance. The interior is quite nice. I like it a good bit. We'll go upstairs. We got the bedroom up here. Everything is looking quite nice. We got the dark secret tower up here. Got a little hay block there. I'm not sure why that's there, but whatever. It's probably part of an exterior detail. And a little window there. Yep, that's about it, guys. I don't really have anything else to say about this plot other than it's a vast improvement from the last one. All you gotta do is just watch the last video and see just how much Vaun has improved and how much he's, you know, how far he's come. Let's go in here. See what is in here. This is a... Is this just a house? I'm not sure. I don't see any beds. Where is there? There's a bed up here. Okay, so it is a house. Okay, so what is this thing over here? I want to know what this building is. I don't know, and I don't know how to get inside it. Oh, I see. It's a levee. That's what it is. It's a levee in order to stop the stream flow. Is this a spring house? It's a spring house. Okay. Wait. That doesn't make sense. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, that's it. It's a pump. It pumps water up to the top to up here. And this is like a bucket of water. And it goes up and down, up and down. Somebody has to sit here and spin this. I think I know what's going on now. So that's not a continuous stream of water, so that means that this wheel wouldn't turn all the time. So when the wind has stopped, say if the windmill isn't working correctly, they would then switch to water power, in which case that the water would just be pumped out of here, flowed down through the house and into the wheel, and that's why they would have the water wheel. I get that. It just seems a little impractical. But other than that, very nice job there, Vaun. I really appreciate and am awed by just the progress that you've made. And I look forward to seeing the finished product of your plot. And I hope you guys enjoyed as well. Notice by these videos, I don't mean to hound anyone. I don't mean to cause any like personal issues or anything. You know, this is kind of how some people got it from the last plot, is they felt a little like I was a little too harsh, or that I felt, you know, I just want to show how far people come after joining the server. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. I appreciate every one of you. This has been a great journey, and I'm so excited for our future. So excited for how things will become on this channel, and it's because of you guys. You know. It's all you. That's what it is. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget that I have a Facebook and a Twitter you guys can follow me on. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Till then, bye-bye.